Hey Flosstube, it's Kim, aka Spartan Stitcher on Instagram, and I am back again with another weekly cross-stitching update. Today is the 15th of June, 2020. This is Flosstube number 73. I hope everyone is doing pretty well. We're halfway through June, and I have 3 pieces to show you this week, so let's get to it. The first piece, I showed you a little progress on this last week. Kindred Spirits by Jody Bergsma. Again, I am on the first page of the second row. So this massive area of dark gray, and then it comes down a little bit into the mane and neck of the gray horse. It took me forever. 5 days, I think. 5 total days to do 2,510 stitches. Which, I mean, doesn't sounds a little slow. It sounds really slow if you were watching my Page Finish Mania last month, where my record was 2,400 in 1 day. Just couldn't get into this. I don't know if it's all the gray or what, but working on the left side of the piece, which is harder for me. But there you go. That's 2,500 gray stitches. There are 4 different shades of gray in there, if you can tell. I can tell some of them, but you can see where some of the Frisian's mane is going to be blowing through that area. So some of that big gray block was on page 1, and then so we have more gray. There's going to be a lighter spot here in the background, and then this is flowing mane, and the bottom of the page is here, so that's where the gray horse's neck and mane will come in. So not even half a part done on that one. I might come back to it later this month because it is my piece for the Around the World challenge for the month in full coverage phonetics, which is Germany, so I might come back to that. I just wanted to work on some other things, get my motivation back. I told you that I was going to work a little bit every day on Macintosh Mill. Again, I'm working on this side, which is the Harvest Tavern, the little pie shed, and then there's the church is mostly done already, but I have all the greenery and ground to do. But first I've been filling in the tavern. I do a minimum of 150 full cross stitches on it every day. So if there is one of the colors that has half stitch, I will count up to the equivalent of 150 full stitches. So so far for the month of June, I have over 1,600 stitches into this piece. I'm going to keep working on it. I haven't had a problem with working on this every day because that's a very tangible, small goal, easy to achieve. So there you go. The tavern is getting some color. Besides just windows and roof, it now has this side, all this yellow, and up here, that's all half stitch. So that went really quickly. I put the shutters on the windows. I added the what's going to be the tavern sign and started filling in the rusty orange color, which will also go over here. So you can kind of see better now where the little Dutch door is going to be. And I also did a touch the pie sign over here. Filled in the background of that. So we'll keep going on this one, at least 150 every day. Try to get a park done for the month. And this is also my 20 and 20 piece for full coverage phonetics. So that is Macintosh Mill. And then once I put Kindred Spirits away, I picked up Big Red Ship of Life by Ink Circles. Since I did not work on this in May, I have to finish this page, the second page on the second row. It cuts off right in the middle of this guy's staff that he's holding. And you will see where I put it down in April. I kind of did the page half a page vertically, so I had about this much done. So since then I have done the rest of the page from this little flower all the way over, and so now I have these 3 dudes and their staffs left. This one, just like Kindred Spirits, has been slow to work on too. 3 days already, and I only have 1,100 stitches into it. I was hoping, you know, if I could get going on it to have the page done in 3 days. But we'll see if I can finish it today, definitely tomorrow, to put those 3 guys right here, finish their staffs, and then I'll be done for the page for the month, and I'll pick it back up in July. So next time I show it to you, I will pull it out of the Q-Snap so you can see the whole thing. But there you go. That is Big Red Ship of Life. This is 28 count even weave by MCG Textiles in mushroom and DMC 3808. So that's the page a little closer up. All right, plans for this week. As I said, I'm going to finish this page, hopefully today or tomorrow. I will be starting Card Sharp as soon as I'm done with the page on Big Red Ship. So I have my fabric is all ready. The only thing I need to do is use my water-soluble marker and put in the stitch counts on either side. And then this weekend is the Midsummer Night Stitch challenge weekend for Full Coverage Fanatics, where we are stitching on anything we can relate to the Bard William Shakespeare. And for that, I am going to work on a summer ball. So I forgot to pull that out. Let me pause you and I'll pull it out. Okay, so a summer ball I am using for Shakespeare weekend because it is England. And Shakespeare wrote so many plays about England and royalty there. Designer here is Susan Littlejohns of Cross Stitch Arts. This chart is currently out of print. And I have page 1 done. My goal for the year is to get page 2 done. So that is where I'm at. And so we'll put some more stitches into this one on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. See where we get to. I'll be starting yet another park for the National Park Challenge in Full Coverage Fanatics. Let's just have all the parks started. And then, so Card Sharp, Big Red Ship of Life, a summer ball. I still have to add the little quote on the hedgehog. She told me there's no rush. So I'm not rushing, but I still want to get it done. So I have to add the quote to the little hedgehog. And we'll see if anything else comes up for the week. The other thing I want to show you that I alluded to last week that has now been added to Full Coverage Fanatics is our challenge for July. And since we cannot do anything related to the Olympics because the Olympics were postponed, we are doing bingo. So there are two different ways you can do this, because some people like to count their stitches and other people don't. So if you do not want to count, you can still participate and still try to get your whips to fit the themes in each square, and still try to get a line 5 across, 5 down, 5 diagonal, or a blackout even. But if you do the non-counting, there is no penalty option. So your whip must fit the theme. If you do the counting option, it is 1,000 full cross stitches or 2,000 tent stitches per square. And If you want to do the penalty option, like if you're trying to get a line and you have whips, you know, 1 or however many whips you want to work on that fit maybe 4 out of the 5 going in a line, you can do a penalty option to get that last square and double the amount of stitches. So either 2,000 full cross or 4,000 10 stitch. And if you really want to, if you're really motivated, you can go for a blackout, which is filling every single square. 25 squares. So that's 25,000 full cross stitches in 1 month. I don't know what kind of whips, unless you have a wide variety of whips to choose from, or if you just stitch your little fingers off. But let me see if I can get this where you can read it. There is our bingo board. We have this in the file section of the group, so you can see it and download it for yourself. So there's things like fish or things that live in the sea, sweet treats, farm animals, projects with more than 80 colors, books, geometric shapes, dog or cat, mode of transportation, I'm gonna sneeze, designer or design name beginning with a vowel, landscape. So, I mean, there's a wide variety of different themes. I'm not going to read all 25 off to you. So we are looking forward to that for July, and you know, it'll be interesting to see how people fit each theme for that as well. That is it for all my stitching content. It was a quick week. I just found out something that happened today that has me kind of down, so I'm sorry I'm not chipper. I was going to do an Air Force story for you today, but with what I just found out, it doesn't seem right because of the story that I intended. It just wouldn't have seemed right. This morning, an F-15C model, so a single seat F-15, crashed off the coast of Great Britain during a routine training mission in the over the North Sea, which is the sea between Great Britain and all the Scandinavian countries and Germany, so kind of right there. And they have located the wreckage, but they have not located the pilot yet. Pilot is missing. We don't know his status at all, and they don't know what caused the crash either. So they are searching for him. The jet was out of RAF Lakenheath, which is an Air Force base in the county of Suffolk in England. So hopefully he's okay. But by now, chances are he probably isn't. So thinking about his family. And we'll leave it at that. So no Air Force story for today. The good news is my husband does have flights booked for his return, so I know exactly when he's coming back, assuming there's no flight delays. So that is good news. We have an endpoint to shoot for. So quick video for you today, apparently. Only, 14 minutes or so. I hope everybody is doing okay, and we will see you next week, guys. Bye.